Bronisław Maria Komorowski, brɔˈɲiswaf, is a Polish politician and historian who has been President of Poland since 2010. As Marshal of the Sejm, Komorowski exercised powers and duties of head of state following the death of President Lech Kaczyński in a plane crash on April 10, 2010. Komorowski was the governing Civic Platform party's candidate in the resulting 2010 presidential election, which he won in the second round of voting on July 4, 2010. He was sworn in as president on August 6, 2010. Komorowski is thus the second person to serve on two occasions as the Polish head of state since 1918 after Maciej Rataj. Rataj, however, was twice acting president, while Komorowski first acted as president, and then became elected president. Komorowski served as Minister of Defense from 2000 to 2001. Early life and education. Bronisław Maria Komorowski was born in Bronisławski. Komorowski is the son of Zygmunt Leon Komorowski, professor of African Studies at the University of Warsaw, and Jadwiga Komorowska. From 1957 to 1959 he lived in January W near Ottock. From 1959 to 1966 he also attended elementary school in W. In 1966 he transferred to Warsaw and graduated from Cyprian Kamil Norwood High School No. 24. For many years he was affiliated with the Scout movement. He belonged to the 75th Mazowian Scout team in W. During his studies he was a Scout instructor in 208 WDHIZ Parasol Battalion in Mokota W. He met his future wife through scouting. In 1977 he finished his studies in history at the University of Warsaw. From 1977 to 1980 he was an editor at the journal Sejm. Dissident activity. In the People's Republic of Poland Komorowski took part in the democratic movement as an underground publisher and cooperated with Antoni Macierewicz on the monthly Gallows. In 1980 he was sentenced along with activists of the Movement for Defense of Human and Civic Rights to 1 month in prison for organizing a demonstration on November 11, 1979. From 1980 to 1981 he worked in the Center of Social Investigation of NSZZ Solidarity. On September 27, 1981, he was one of the signatories of the founding declaration of the clubs in the service of independence. He was interned while Poland was under martial law. From 1981 to 1989 he taught at the Lower Seminary in Niepokalana W. Third Republic. From 1989 to 1990 he was the manager Minister Alexander Hall's office, and from 1990 to 1993, the Civil Vice Minister of National Defense in the governments of Tadeusz Mazowiecki, Jan Krzysztof Bielecki and Hanna Suchoka. In the early 1990s he was involved with the Democratic Union and Freedom Union. From 1993 to 1995 he was the General Secretary of these parties. As the candidate of the Democratic Union he was elected to Parliament in 1991 and 1993. In 1997, during the Second Sejm, together with a group of Warsaw University activists under the management of Jan Rakita he created Koło Konserwacyjne Ludu. In the same year Koło Konserwacyjne Ludu joined the newly created Conservative People's Party, which joined Solidarity Electoral Action. In 1997 Komorowski was elected as a candidate of AWS. From 1997 to 2000 he presided over the Parliamentary National Defense Committee, and from 2000 to 2001 served as the Minister of National Defense in the government of Jerzy Buzek. In 2001, while still a minister in the minority AWS government, Komorowski, along with some activists from SKL, became a member of Civic Platform. He stood for election to the 4th Sejm as a candidate of PO. Again he was elected, this time for the Warsaw constituency. After the inauguration of the new parliament he resigned from SKL. Since 2001 he has been a member of the National Civic Platform Board. In the 4th Sejm he was the deputy chairman of the Parliamentary National Defense Committee and a member of the Parliamentary Committee on Foreign Affairs. He won election to the 5th Sejm in a district outside Warsaw. On October 26, 2005, He was elected Vice Speaker of the Sejm. 398 MPs voted in favor of his candidacy. His party had earlier recommended him as a candidate for Speaker. His candidacy, in defiance of precedent, was rejected by Law and Justice, which voted for Maciej. This created an unfavorable climate. Further discussions regarding a PO-PiS coalition. After the resignation of Maciej as Speaker of the Sejm on April 25, 2007, Civic Platform announced Komorowski's candidacy for Speaker. On April 27, 2007, the Sejm rejected his nomination, and Ludwik Dorn from PiS became a new Marshal. 189 MPs voted for Komorowski. Komorowski became Vice Speaker. Komorowski took first place on the PO list for the Warsaw constituency in the 2007 parliamentary election and received 139,320 votes. Marshal of the Sejm, on November 5, 2007, in the first session of the Fourth Sejm of the Polish Republic, Bronisław Komorowski was elected Speaker by 292 votes. He stood against Krzysztof Putra from PiS, who received 160 votes. Stefan Nieziołowski, Krzysztof Putra, Jarosław Kalinowski, Jerzy Smardziewski were elected Vice Speakers. On March 27, 2010, he was chosen by PO members to be their candidate in 2010 presidential election. President of Poland, Acting President. Komorowski became acting president on April 10, 2010 following the death of President Lech Kaczyński. His first decision was to announce 7 days of national mourning beginning on April 10. According to the Constitution of Poland, Komorowski was required to set a date for the next presidential election within 14 days of assuming the position, the election date coming within 60 days of that announcement. On April 21, his office announced that the election would be held on June 20. In the election, he got 41.54% of votes in the first round and then faced Jarosław Kaczyński, who got 36.46% of votes in the first round. In the runoff, Komorowski was elected president and formally took office on August 6, 2010. Presidency. Following the death of Władysław Stasiak, the chief of the Chancellery of the President of the Republic of Poland, Komorowski appointed Jake Majchrowski to succeed him on an acting basis. A high number of vacancies following the Smolensk crash necessitated numerous other appointments. On April 12, he appointed retired General Stanisław Kozyj head of the National Security Bureau in place of the late Aleksander Szczygiełło. On April 29, 2010, Komorowski signed into law a parliamentary act that reformed the Institute of National Remembrance. On May 27, 2010, Komorowski nominated Marek Belka, former finance minister and prime minister of a then-leftist government, to be the president of the National Bank of Poland in place of the late Sławomir Skrzypek. Following his election, Komorowski announced that he would resign from the Sejm on July 8, 2010, and thus cease to be a marshal and an acting president. Komorowski currently resides and works in the Belvedere Palace instead of the Presidential Palace. Personal life. Komorowski has been married to Anna Dębowska since 1977. He has 5 children, Zofia Alexandra, Tadeusz Jan, Maria Anna, Piotr Zygmunt and Ela 1/4 Bajtar Jadwiga. Honours and awards: a Polander Order of the White Eagle, a Polander Grand Cross of the Order of Polonia Restituta, a Sweden a Royal Order of the Seraphim, a Portugal a Collar of the Order of Prince Henry, a Norway a Grand Cross of the Order of St. Olaf, a Italia Collar Grand Cross Order of Merit of the Italian Republic, a Monaco a Grand Officer of the Order of St. Charles, a France a Grand Cross of the Order of the Legion of Honor, a Latvian Order of the 3 Stars, a Croatia Knight Grand Cross of the Grand Order of King Tomislav, a Estonia Collar of the Order of the Cross of Terra Mariana, a Slovakia Grand Cross of the Order of the White Double Cross, a Ukraine the 5 Class of the Order of Prince Yaroslav the Wise, a Malta a National Order of Merit of the Republic of Malta, 2 Class, a Lithuania Honorary Doctorate from the Mykolas Romeris University in Vilnius, Lithuania. State visits. References. External links. The only official biography of Bronisław Komorowski, in English, the official website of the President of the Republic of Poland, Polish Lower House, Civic Platform, WPROST 24.